James, a big weekend for the club, but I imagine after the last month where you've not kicked a ball competitively, it's just nice to actually be playing a football match for a change.
Yeah, it's been a tough 4 weeks, but 4 weeks that can easily happen. We've seen it in the previous season where the testing comes in and you start missing players and can't play the games. But it's not a bad game to come back into after 4 weeks off. You know, the lads are raring to go. We've had 4 weeks off. It's a good time to re-energise and focus on Saturday. A Premier League side coming to here. It's not something you see every year. So, like I said, the lads are raring to go, and hopefully it'll be a good game for the fans.
What's that intervening period been like? Have you actually had a Christmas? Did you get to a Christmas this time?
I think Christmas when you're a footballer is never the same as the average person anyway, because you're constantly watching what you're eating, you're watching what you're drinking. So it's no different really, but in the sense that you have no games, you've got to be extra careful because you know when the games come, or when they eventually come, you've still got to be bang at it and be as fit as you can, ready to play the game. Has
fitness and sharpness been a real focus then over the last week?
I think it's got to be for yourself personally. You're missing out on your match minutes, but the training's been right. The training we did got match minutes into our legs in the week. So we hit numbers that we hit on a match day. So the training's been spot on from every player and the staff as well. So that's all good.
You've played quite a few League One teams this season. You've beaten them. This is a very different kettle of fish. This is a Premier League team who are holding their own in the Premier League. What are you expecting from them, and what do you think you as a team and as an individual can learn from?
Yeah, there's no hiding the fact that they're a Premier League side. They're gonna come here. They're gonna be a good side. We've got to be organised. We've got to play our game. We can't affect what they do. But like I say, the Premier League teams are the ones you want to test yourself against. As a League Two player, coming up against the best is what you dream of really when you're growing up. And that's, like I said before, the magic of the FA Cup. That's what it brings. It brings the top players down to the lower leagues, and the lower league teams thrive off it. So like I said, hopefully it'll be a good game. We're raring to go. Hopefully a big crowd as well.
You were in that team that played at the Etihad a couple of years ago, and I know you've got very fond memories of that day. But how have you perhaps improved and matured as a player from that day to the point where you're now playing in another Premier League team?
Yeah, it's totally different. It's a different world at the top. We saw it that day when we went to the Etihad. Obviously, we come away with a defeat, but the amount you learn off the players, not just who you're playing against, but the ones you watch on telly in your position, who you get to see up close and go up against them and really test yourself, just shows how much you can learn off the top players.
When you watch a Premier League fullback, do you try and incorporate little things that they do into your game at League Two level?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you're watching a game of football and you're watching the best, it's like saying when you watch Messi, you want to be as good as him. You dream to be as good as him as a kid. So when you're watching the players in your position, especially, you're trying to pick little things up off them, little things to do, little positional things, and the composure they have at the top is obviously the massive standout. So learning from them will just put you in good stead.
And being up against a Premier League team in any respect means that you might be on the back foot. Are you prepared to do perhaps a little bit more defending this Saturday than you might do normally?
Yeah, of course. We know that they're going to come here and try and dominate the ball. It's about what we do, how organised we are, and what we do with the ball when we get it. There's no hiding the fact that they're going to be a possession-based team. We're going to be hard to beat. They're going to be hard to beat. So hopefully it's a good game.
While we've got you, I kind of have to ask, because we're in that January window time. I know you're out of contract at the end of the year. Has anything started to move on that yet? Can you say anything?
Nothing yet. Like I said, I'm still in the same position as what I said last time I got asked. I've got to stay fit. I've hit a good run of form recently, but that's down to my own fitness and staying fit. Like I said, if I get injured again, nobody's going to want a player who's out for 4 months. If I'm out of the summer with an injury, you're no good to anybody. So the main focus for me is staying fit, keeping on top of everything, and taking day by day as it comes.
Lovely, that'll do me. Thank you.
James, George, obviously they come here. If you can hear me, James, and when you can.
Yeah.
They come here, of course. They're a promoted team. They're still finding their feet in the Premier League, but they've started quite well. And as they've proved against several of the teams, of course, just down the road, they made several challenges against Stoke, and certainly they have got that depth in squad, despite they are not what you would term one of the big hitters.
Yeah, whatever squad they bring and play is going to be a top side. There's no getting away from that. But this game on Saturday will be a different game to what they play in the Premier League. We're going to be hard to beat. Like I said, we're going to play our game. It's going to be an unfamiliar place for them to come. So hopefully on the day, everything goes right for us. But like I said, no matter what side they bring and put out, it's going to be a top side. We've just got to deal with whatever's in front of us and do the best we can.
Home advantage, you see that, or is it just a one-off and just adapting to how the game opens up and shapes?
Yeah, definitely home advantage. It's the FA Cup. Hopefully it'll be packed out here, get the home fans right behind us, make it uncomfortable for them, get on the front foot. Like I said, it'll be a different game for them, a different sort of game. But like I said, the top players, we've got to be on our A game and start well and finish the game well.
You've already just suggested they are a possession-based side. So how important is it for you as a team to get control early doors?
Yeah, look, we'll go into the game with a game plan, just as they will. We've worked on different things to sort of combat what they've got. So we know how we're going to play. We'll be organised. But like I said, on the day, it's what happens at 3 o'clock when the ball starts rolling. So hopefully everything clicks and we'll put in a good performance.